Hello everyone, today we are going to do some full driving. So I'm currently in the almighty surf, fresh out of the workshop with my custom water-to-air intercooler setup. I'll chuck a photo on the screen as a bit of enticement for you to go and check it out. It looks really good. So far it's working pretty good. Well, damn sight better than no intercooler anyway. But anyway, I am on the M2. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and I'm going to meet Benny, which all you guys know, and Max, which you might have seen in the last four-wheel drive video I did maybe a year or so ago. We're going to go, I guess, northwest-ish and go camp on the Turon River around Safala Way, and also today, after we meet up, we're going to go and do Baal Gap track. So this car, a lot of you probably know, Mighty 2L, got a custom Uni-chip set up thanks to Benny. It's pushing about probably 90 kilowatts per wheels now. Water-to-air cooled as well. And yeah, I actually do have the locker in the rear, but it's not hooked up yet because I haven't done my 12 volt air setup. So hopefully I won't need it. I shouldn't need it. I've got recovery gear, I've got a winch, so we'll see. I've been out a couple of times before. This car has done exceptionally well. It's basically just walked over things. It's really nimble and really quite impressive, to be honest. So yeah guys, stay tuned and hope you like it. Right guys, so this will be the first test. So this is the beginning of the Blue Mountains on the Great Western Highway here. Normally, if I try roll into it with a bit of speed, EGTs are like up and too dangerous within probably, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds. IATs are also just skyrocketing, so let's see how this bad boy performs. It's losing a bit of power as you'd expect near the top of the hill, but keeping EGTs at about 620. Remember, this is pre-turbo, not post-turbo, and my intake temps have gotten up to 73 from 68 where they started. So a lot better. I'm just going down gear again, so it should help cool things off a little bit. About 3,500. Intake temps are up to about 77, which is still respectable-ish. Like I said before, when I've got the water injection, it would be spraying basically that whole time, so I had to keep those temps real nice under control. So yeah, at the top of the mountain we saw a, I don't know, 18-degree rise in intake temperature, and EGTs stayed under control while still having decent power. So that, compared to before, that is a massive win. And I did have aircon on, which might make a slight difference. So yeah, and now that I'm backing off, temperatures are cooling back down, obviously. Also this turbo is God knows how old, God knows how inefficient. So with a nice new efficient turbo that isn't really struggling to spin like this one, you can barely spin it with your hand. I mean, it barely keeps spinning after you spin it. Yeah, you could see even more gains there, so looking promising. didn't catch you at a bad time, did I?
No, just letting some air out from the tyre.
It's been a while. I haven't been in a couple of years, so I don't know what
are we
expect.
expecting?
Well, the first half of it's pretty cruisy. It's not until probably 2/3 of the way through you get like, it's a good, I'd say 300 meters of good stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes 300 meters can take you fucking 2 hours, 3 hours, you know. See how we go. Hopefully it's not too bad. Last time I came here it was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
So see how
Thankfully
we
it
go.
doesn't rain.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that coming up here the other day. I was like, oh, what if it's pissing down?
Getting pretty grey now.
Should be good.
Yeah, especially with my tyres.
Oh mate, what do you mean? Still got 50,000 left.
Don't say that.
All I gotta do is get you to the end of this track.
Yeah. And home.
Yeah, no.
I know.
Hopefully not on a trailer.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Cool.
So after about 15 minutes of driving, pretty flat stuff, basic fire trails, we start the descent down to the hardest bit of the track. Next in the convoy we got Benny in the mighty 120 Prado. This car is very, very capable. He's got the locker in the rear and soon to be a locker in the front. And last but not least, we got Maxi in the N70 Hilux. Pretty basic setup, but very capable. It's got the V6 power, so it's got plenty of power and torque, kitted up for touring and some pretty serious off-roading as well. It's probably a good...
Oh dude, that is so much. You'll get bogged up without it.
Soft at the bottom.
So soft.
Yeah. That's super soft. That's probably about half a foot of just slop.
Yeah.
How good's your door seals? It's not actually
Not
that
very
deep
good.
though.
I don't know how good have a feel. What do you reckon of the base?
Fatty like you'd probably sink. Oh, that's sandy.
Yeah.
And it smells like sewer. I'd be going for that one.
Yeah, this one's not that exciting, but oh well. Alright, so we've got to our first part where we have to get out and kind of walk it, and Ben's going to spot Maxi up here, so check this out. Good to go? He's got to send it, man.
It's a nice little section coming up.
It is.
Here, isn't it?
100%. So this first little section of the hill, it doesn't look like much, but it's just enough to kind of throw your car off balance, and especially without a locker, you're not really going to get that power down unless you pick the exact right line through here. I don't know if you noticed, but it didn't look like my front wheels were driving, and it was probably about this time that I realised that the car took a lot more effort to do what it would normally do and as you can see now, we're kind of stopped and I can't go any further.
Are your hubs locked in?
I've locked
Is there a thing coming up on the dash?
Yeah, the button's in.
Have a go. He'll be able to tell from here, that's for sure. No. Okay. Stop there.
I don't think the front's working.
Alright, hang on. I'll just get you to roll back onto this flat section. So, okay, stop. Bit of right hand down. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Keep coming back like that. So you're right, there's no ditches. Your front left is going to go down a ditch, a bit of a ditch. Okay, right hand down. Yep, that's it. Not that much. Bit less. Okay, now just roll back. Go left hand down heaps. Yep. Yeah, you're right. It's safe here to roll back. All right. Stop here.
Is there a fuse for full drive?
You did surprisingly well considering it was two-wheel drive.
Oh, you made it.
No one was watching you, so no one knew you're in two-wheel. Because ECD here, that relay, I'm pretty sure is electronically controlled diff, which is your front diff, but it's not clicking. Press it. Press it. Press it again.
So, as you saw, we don't have four-wheel drive. I'm actually surprised the car got as far as it did without it. So, we're just trying to figure out what the problem is. It's like the front diff's not engaging.
I think those two, one turns it on, one turns it off.
Yep.
So I've just picked one and connected the vacuum directly to it.
Yeah.
Just clean up, hook everything back up and just give it like a big burst in first and we'll see if the front spin. I've manually bypassed those solenoids.
Oh, okay.
So shut the car off, we'll put the intake hoses and everything back and then we'll just give it a run. It'll be one or the other one if the vacuum is still working.
How lucky are you feeling?
Baby wipes.
That sounded sus. I just turned the camera on. You need some baby wipes.
Good chance to inspect my intake track. Nice and clean.
Well,
So far, you're in Land Rover territory here, mate.
This has never happened before. I'm so disappointed.
well, at least you're not on a freaking somewhere
Wait
like
till you see what's up there.
You have the
Oh, is it getting earlier?
way gnarly.
That's why you have the mini trips
You definitely
first.
need four-wheel drive.
Yeah. It'll be this one. It is, it's an easy fix.
Yeah.
Alright, so it appears Ben wasn't feeling that lucky. 50-50 chance, chose the wrong one, but easy enough. You'll just swap that vacuum hose over to the other one and the front diff should now be engaged and we'll be able to get out of here.
Casual repair mid-rock ledge.
Right.
So what's going on, Ben?
Right, so the front diff is locked by a vacuum system. So the vacuum comes from the vacuum pump on this line down to a reservoir inside the guard, comes up through here through a filter and then goes to this solenoid bank here which switches on and off for four-wheel drive. So we think the solenoids aren't working, so what we've done is patch the on line directly to the vacuum source and it has come up with four-wheel drive now, so
Okay, well
send it.
that's useful, definitely.
Alright.
Alright, a bit more confident now that all four are spinning.
I can hear an air compressor. I reckon Benny's chucking the locker on. If it still works.
Cheetah.
Are you going a bit of rear locker in there? Is that what we can hear?
Yeah, I've given the old locker a go and see how much we can get without little scrabbling.
This will be interesting. This will
I've got to look after this side step to my last set.
$5 worth. So not even the locker can get us through that section. Benny had the rear locker on then and it still basically flexed out and couldn't get the traction down. The win, Benny.
Gotta look after my last pair of side steps.
Mate, they're $5 a pop, aren't they?
Not that time.
Well, free.
They're on special.
Coupon code.
It's got a lot more easier in full drive.
Oh, it makes a big difference. This one's going to be an interesting experience.
I'll be going left hand on this one.
Oh, for sure. Jesus. Do you remember it like this when you came here last?
Yeah, it was similar. So for us, we don't have a rear locker. So this section, this line on the right is kind of the only one to take because that has kind of the step front tire, rear tire. With this, I think if I just pack the hell out of this, I might be able to drive up.
Yeah, I reckon we packed this up just to make it easier.
It's just that look at how loose all the dirt is, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not
especially with my shitty tyres.
like hard compact stuff.
When you come over, I'd suggest going that way
Yeah,
rather than here because you'll get
For
on
sure.
a crossed up angle.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Come up here.
As soon as you finish there, head down here onto the embankment and up, because if you come here and try to turn, you'll end
Yeah.
up crossed up.
So I'm just worried with these logs though, if you drive in between them, they'll split, they'll move. I reckon they're unnecessary. That's what I think.
I think it depends how much approach angle.
Like look at this here, there's two tracks, two steps, you know, what if you're falling in here, you're kind of wedged in.
So this is where the track really starts to get pretty fun. As you saw before, the rock is kind of the pinnacle, and on the way up you can break it down into basically 3 sections. And this is where it really pays to have, you know, someone else on the trip with a handheld and who can actually direct you and really help you get through this.
Forward, am I going to straighten up to try and stick to the right?
So after trying a few different lines and with the guidance of Ben, Max is finally up the hill and basically ready to tackle the big rock. So what are we even waiting for? Let's just snap to that right now.
Man, I'm just going to try and punch it a bit more because I'm not going very far.
Yeah, go back and then punch it until you hit the wall.
I'm in a better
Go left. As soon as you feel it grabbing and the rock's coming up, right hand down. I think you're going to need the rock, the lock.
Oh, the fucking log!
Who took them away?
I don't want the fucking log! Get rid of them!
Give it one more go, mate.
Alright, I hate to say it, this might be the berries approach.
No, you definitely have to hook it this way.
All logs.
Unfortunately, that didn't work quite as Max pictured it. I think the loggers are going to have to go back in, unfortunately. But
You know what? Knowing Max, he's just going to keep hitting this until he gets it.
That's a sick angle. I'm not moving though. Yeah. What do you want to do? Do you want to try max track it or do you want to reach it?
I'll roll back and then pack it. That's the I can't drive it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've built the track up a little bit. A bit better than how it was before. One hit wonder, he reckons.
Going. Yeah, you're good.
One more go and that's it.
Yeah.
Alright. As soon as you hit the ledge, you slide sideways.
I think you're going to have to winch it, Maxie.
Just try and get the front wheels up.
I love the dedication.
Front wheels up and then that's it.
Alright.
Valiant effort, Maximus. Valiant.
Yay but nay. If you try and then fail, try again. It's just disappointing because the last 2 times I've been here, I've driven it.
Yeah, well look how much has been rutted out.
Just right hand down, that's it, that's it, that's it.
Hard right, come back, come back.
Okay.
Okay, left hand down and straighten up. That's it. Keep going. You're good. A bit more. Alright, right hand down.
Yep.
And then follow this straight. Yeah, so your right hand go on this ridge. And then aim for the end of the timber. Pretty hard right, so you want your wheels to come in.
What kind of speed should I do that?
As you work.
Go! Whoop, that's it.
Alright, release it from there. Yeah. You stable? I'm going to climb up on you. Good thing you bolted the snorkel in as well.
What's going on, Carl?
Just waiting for a mate.
How's the angle? You man, you did better than I did.
You got to hear at one stage.
I think you did the same.
But when you popped up, you were like, bro.
Yeah.
Was I there? I don't know.
You almost
Close.
got away.
I was just like...
You got a lot of trouble in the back.
Because your back wheels aren't on any logs.
The logs have just been split apart. Good, solid effort.
Man, that hill is seriously steep. That camera does not do it justice one iota, but that was great fun. There's no point going too hard and risking breaking something, so we'll just pop the front up, winch this thing out of here, then we can get Ben to come up and see how he goes. I reckon he'll do pretty well. Alright, so last but certainly not least, we got Ben, and I'll tell you what, he's coming up here with a bit of pace. He's seen what to and what not to do, so I think he's just going to smash his first go by the looks of it.
Got this, Ben.
Yeah, Benny. Whoa. Nice work, mate.
Can't see where the wheel is.
You're about in the middle of the logs. Yeah. Good smell. It's like a mix of rubber and timber.
Okay, so go right hand down quite a bit. Keep going. keep going, more. Right, that's it. Alright, just slowly come back, but your rear bumper wedged in between some rocks. So you're going to have to drag it from the rocks. So come back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, come back on that line, but slowly. Yep.
Doing a bit of ploughing.
That's it, yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're
Mate,
safe. You're safe.
it's all good.
Stop there.
Time for a tubular rear bar, mate.
No, I just cut it off.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what I reckon?
It's cutting itself
we'll
off.
get you to come back, and then I'm going to pack this rear left side.
That'll probably do it, man. Maybe put that bark on top, bit of a max track, nature's max track. Oh,
Felt like I hit that pretty hard.
yeah, it's the rear light.
Just
I've clamped it down.
alright, hang there.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Fucking valiant effort, man. Jesus Christ. You feeling like 1G there, mate?
Panel or just light?
I think it's a light. I don't think it's any of the metal. Like your bumper's pretty
Yeah.
torn up, but I don't think you've done metal. I'll have a look. Boy, oh boy, he did pretty bloody well. I thought he was going to do that, to be honest, but did the sensible thing, called it, winched it. Unfortunately, a little bit of rear bumper damage. Not the first time, won't be the last, but essentially Ben was planning on basically cutting off the bottom half of his bumper anyway for that departure angle, so... He's got a gunshot there.
You got a gunshot. Sorry. Should not be laughing, but
Look at that, mate. It's good as new. That's actually fucking impressive.
The thing I was worried about was the door still open.
Yeah. Whew. Well, that was friggin' intense. Yeah, definitely the hardest thing I've done so far. Rear locker, I wish I had it set up because it might have actually helped.
Damn.
What a spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I think after all that wheeling, it's time for some lunch. See what the fellas have got. A few rocks for dinner, mate.
Bit of DIY cooking.
Shall I get the laser out?
Good to me.
Yeah, it actually
Good
does.
enough.
It does look pretty good.
Chicken.
Actually, I do have level lines on my camera. Yeah, it's pretty
I reckon
close.
it's about 4 mil out.
It's got a bit of a frontward lean. I mean, when you look at this, you'd think he's Italian, but...
Identity crisis.
So what have we got here? We got some red wine garlic marinade on the steak here. Ben's got his little antipasto. What are you cooking up, Max? Bit of slaw, I see.
well, these were meant to be kebabs.
Meant to be. What are they now?
So we're turning it and just putting it in wraps.
But
Yeah, it works.
So it's got smoked paprika, sweet paprika, salt, and
So you like paprika?
barbecue.
Oh, don't forget the bacon puree.
Oh, the bacon puree, that's the most important.
I love this pull-out
Yeah.
prep bench. This is like the butler's pantry.
Oh, it's good, man. I just, it means I don't have to have the fridge in the back. I can just throw everything
Yeah.
in there, you know?
Yeah. The no backseat life. So what's the plan, boss?
Air up.
So
Drive.
we're at the blacktop.
We're at the blacktop, yeah.
So was
I
it?
would say incident free, but that wasn't the case.
Oh, I'd say so.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Comes with the
Fun.
territory.
Good fun. No one really absolutely killed it.
No.
Yeah, good fun. Check it out. I haven't been up there in a while. I always
Yeah.
like doing that track. It's nice, you know.
So next time you'll be back, you'll be like 4-inch lift, twin locks, 35s.
Yeah. If that were the case, it'd have to be a different car.
So what are we, an hour and a half to campsite?
Yeah, about half an hour on the highway, and then there's maybe an hour on dirt roads to get to the spot. So it's not in the national park. It's
Should we give this spot away?
no,
or?
somewhere that I'm not going to say. It's nicer than the national park tour on, I think.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. This guy knows how to choose killer campsites.
Yeah, well, hopefully, you know, we don't get there too late. Get there decent hours.
All right, well, I'll let you air up and I better go do the same. G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Meals by Max, brought to you by our host, Max.
A bit of pork
Pork.
in your fork.
Paprika, garlic in there, salt and pepper. Put a bunch of onions in the mix. Then what you actually do is you fill it up with water, cover it with water, right?
Yep.
And you let the water evaporate. Okay, after about an hour the water will evaporate, and as the pork starts to tenderize, you kind of put more water in it. You keep topping it up, you know, until it gets, I guess, softer.
So
and
you're essentially boiling it?
Yeah, you're boiling it, really, yeah. And eventually, it just, the longer you cook it, it just gets softer and softer. I mean, you could cook it for 10 hours if you wanted to, as long as there's not enough water in there that it's not going to get charred. You can just keep going. But normally, you know, 2 to 3 hours is plenty.
Oh, did you want food handling gloves?
Oh, it's a bit late for that now.
God.
Yeah.
That does smell good.
It's actually amazing.
Oh, and then you put lemon in it. Like, you actually, once it's starting to pull, I just squeeze the juice out of them and just...
So you've been perfecting this one, mate?
No, I've only done it, this is the 4th time I've done it. Yeah. It's a good one to feed a lot of people because there is a lot of meat that comes out of it, you know?
Side of the campsite.
Food prep.
Potato bake.
We even got our food handling gloves.
So we've got some 4 potatoes,
Potatoes.
two double-sized sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Some mouth opened tasty cheese. Finished off with a surgical knife. Meanwhile, I've got the bacon sizzling.
Got the bacon sizzling. Yeah. So this is the creamy sauce that you kind of put over each layer. You got 4 layers, a mix of sweet potato and normal potato with bacon, crispy bacon, and onions in there, and parsley on each layer as well.
Oh, fruit. You left some bacon behind.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna
Your bacon is sad.
cut back to the bacon. It looks more professional like that.
Does it look more professional if I do it like this?
I think so.
You gotta like, and we can't get onto this tree dropping whatever.
Yeah. A few pine needles, add to the texture.
Oh my god, that's hot. Fuck me.
Mate, it was just on the hot plate.
Please don't collapse the whole table. Oh, dropped some onion. What?
I want to sound stereotypical here, but this would be heaps easier with chopsticks.
Mate, I don't think we even cook this. It just looks so good now.
Just put a fork into it.
What else? Oh, bacon.
That bacon looks like
Oh, that oyster sauce.
Oh, it's amazing.
Do you want tomatoes?
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
chuck them in, yeah.
I wonder if they were sun roasted in the Mediterranean sun. Probably just somewhere. Probably just
pretend it definitely.
probably
UV light.
Probably just somewhere in Bankstown.
Under in a hydro well.
red fur or something. I think this is going to be the best potato pig I've ever had.
Well, I don't mean that gloat, but last time I made this, that's what everyone else said.
So we on with this?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh mate, look at that. It's on the fire. Now too.
Whoa, look at that.
Oh my god.
Mate, you need to find a way to transmit smell to the camera. That smells fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough for that.
Going into the taste test.
Oh,
Good.
your turn.
I'm gonna have to have a bit here.
Don't tell Max.
This one's a bit of a handly kind of bit. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's bloody good.
Melts in your mouth. That potato bag looks spot on too. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yep. Alright, show us how it's done, Benny.
A little bit of this.
If anyone wants a wrap, help them.